At a time when people are on edge, facing a flu season with the added threat of H1N1, Massachusetts lawmakers are debating a bill to institute government-enforced quarantines. The bill is designed to contain the outbreak of contagious diseases, right? But critics say it puts way too much power in the hands of government. Judge Andrew Napolitano is Fox News senior judicial analyst. He joins us now. Judge, you say there is no precedent for this.
No, not for anything like this. And I've looked at this statute, which is being debated by the Massachusetts Senate as we speak. It's already been adopted by the lower house, and the governor says he'll sign it if passed in its present form. It purports to grant to the governor unbelievable authority to seize medicines from manufacturers, from Big Pharma, without paying for it, to seize private property without a warrant, to arrest people without a warrant, to separate children from their parents when the parents don't want the children inoculated, to inoculate you or isolate you until the so-called pandemic has passed, to do all kinds of things that are violative of the Massachusetts state constitution and the Constitution of the United States.
And then, of course, the legislature is saying, look, this is for the greater good of society. We're trying to just separate the sick from the healthy.
That is the argument that the legislature is making, and this will probably pass and be the law in the state of Massachusetts. Nevertheless, we still have constitutional liberties. The Constitution exists for good time and for bad. This allows police, unmedically trained police, to go into hospitals and give verbal commands to healthcare personnel who are required under this law to comply with the police commands. Now, what kind of sense does that make, to give that unbridled discretion to the police in a healthcare emergency?
We talked about precedent, Judge. You know, back in the 1990s, New York City quarantined some 200 people because they were resistant to some TB, some tuberculosis. Small scale. This is much grander, you say.
No, this is large scale. This really allows so much discretion in government without having to meet any standards as to who gets arrested, who gets quarantined, and who gets inoculated, that it's not the type of power that we are familiar in this country with government having under any circumstances, pandemic or not.
And I got to go, but if this passes, the dominoes, they just start kind of falling, Judge.
I think this is state one. I don't know what will be state two, but other states will look to this.
Judge Andrew Napolitano, good of you, sir. Martha?